Good morning. Welcome to another art lesson. We are still looking at two-point perspective, and last time we looked at bird's eye view. This is where we create compositions of objects, buildings and boxes that are being viewed from the top, from above, that is. And in today's lesson, we are looking at the opposite. In today's lesson, we are looking at what is known as frog's eye view. Frog's eye view perspective. We'll still use two-point perspective to make a composition. Now, in frog's eye view, sometimes known as worm's eye view, this is where you make compositions or construct things that are being viewed from the bottom or below. Okay? Imagine something that has been raised up in the sky, a box that is being raised in the sky, and you're on the ground and you're viewing it. So to construct that, you still use two-point perspective, and it's known as frog's eye view or worm's eye view perspective. Now, let's get started. Like we always start in linear perspective, we said the first feature that you put in place in your composition is a line known as the horizon. Okay, so my horizon will be placed here. So it will stretch from that point and end somewhere there. Okay, so the horizon has been fixed. The next feature that you put in place are two vanishing points. Remember, we are using two-point perspective to construct this, so we need to place these points. So the first vanishing point will be fixed here, and another vanishing point, the second vanishing point, will be placed on the left-hand side end of this horizon. So the next one will be somewhere there. Okay, now for worm's eye view or frog's eye view perspective, everything is constructed above the horizon, meaning that all my work will be done up here. This leaves the horizon down or below. Okay, so two things have been placed. The vanishing point and the horizon are now in place. So the next thing that I'll place is a vertical line. Remember, I said earlier that this is simply the opposite of what we did in bird's eye view. In bird's eye view, everything was coming below the horizon. Okay, so imagine we are worms or we are a frog and we're viewing this box from the ground, and the box is raised up there. So the next feature I'm placing is a vertical line. Okay, so there it is. Now this defines the front corner of the box that I'm trying to construct. Okay, so that has been placed. Now, what normally happens when you construct, whenever you draw a vertical line, is that the two ends of the vertical lines have to be connected to the two vanishing points that are on the horizon. So I'll have a line connecting to that point and another line down here connecting to that vanishing point, and the same thing will be done on my left side. I'll have lines going down to those points. So let's see what we can do. So I'll start with the bottom end of that vertical line. I'll connect that bottom end to the vanishing point there. The same thing with the top end. So I have that. I'm done with this side, so I'll move to the other side. So the bottom end again, I'll have it connected to the vanishing point. Oh, sorry, I think I missed the target. Okay, so, okay, here I go. So I've connected that. I'll go to the top, I'll move to the top. Connect the top end of that vertical line to the vanishing point on the left. So I have something constructed like this. What do I do next? I'll draw vertical lines in between in between the two lines that are coming from the vanishing point. Okay, so I'll place the first one here. I'll draw the first one somewhere here. Okay, so again, like what I said earlier, so whenever a vertical line is drawn like this, you need to connect it to, you need to connect the two ends of the vertical lines to the two vanishing points that are on the horizon. So for this other one, the two lines are already there. Okay, they've already been connected. The two ends have already been connected. But there's need for me to connect, to have lines drawn or connected to the vanishing point that is on the left. So I'll start with the one below. That end there of the vertical line connected to the vanishing point on the left. I'm remaining with the top. So I'll do the same thing. I'll have another line connected there. Okay. So this part is done. I'll move to the other side. I'll draw another vertical line. So I'll place it somewhere there, like I did on this side. I'll have the two ends of this vertical line connected to the two vanishing points. So for the vanishing point that is on my left, the two ends already have that connection. Okay, so we already have those lines connecting the two ends. So I need to connect the two ends now to the vanishing point that is on the right. So the top, I'll start with the top. I'll connect it. The top is done. I'll move to the bottom end of that vertical line, connect it with the vanishing point on the right. So somehow I'm done. Okay. Then I would remember this is a box, so there's the behind, the sides, and the front. Okay, so the corner for the behind, you place it right where the two lines are intersecting. So I'll have that connected there. Okay, just to help me through the construction process. Okay, so I'm somewhat done with the box. So let me just emphasize the lines so that you see what I'm talking about, that this is what you get to see when a box has been lifted and you are viewing it from the ground. Okay, so let me just darken the line so that you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so there I go. There I go. Then I have this one as well connected there, darkened. I'll have another one there, darkened. Okay, I'm remaining with two, I think. So I have that one connected, and I have another one connected. Okay, so through this, I'm sure you can see a box-like structure, but it's a bit transparent. So for me, what I'll do now, this is the box that I've worked on. These lines were perspective lines that were just guiding me through the process. So what I'll do with these ones, I'll remove them. I'll just erase the lines. Even the other corner, it won't be necessary. I just have to remove it. Okay. So here we go. We have a box-like structure being viewed from the ground in perspective. Okay, so this is what you get to see. So if you are to shade this, there's this face, and the bottom face. So for structures that are drawn in worm's eye view or birds or frog's eye view, you get to see the bottom part of this box. Remember, what you are seeing in bird's view was the top. So for this one, it's the opposite of what we did in bird's eye view. So you have the bottom being seen as well. So this will be the bottom. Okay, so it works something like this. Now, what I want you to do is work on this. Try making a drawing of a box being viewed from the ground in frog's eye view or worm's eye view, as others may call it. Just go through the same process that I was going through and see what you can come up with. Thank you so much. Until next time.